A senior commander of an Iran-backed militia has been killed in a U.S. drone strike in Baghdad. A leader of Kataib Hezbollah and two of his guards were in a vehicle when it was targeted in the east of the Iraqi capital. All three of them have died. The Pentagon said that the commander was responsible for directing attacks on American forces in the region. The U.S. has linked the militia to a drone attack in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. troops last month. In the wake of that attack, Kataib Hezbollah said that it was suspending attacks on American troops to prevent embarrassment to the Iraqi government. Rushali Kadam, my colleague, is joining us on the phone line to give us more details about this. Rushali, this is obviously a realization, perhaps a little late, but a one that definitely will be useful. Rushali, if you're there with us.
Wednesday night drone raid happened in Baghdad's neighborhood, and which has sparked the several loud explosion, and it was praised strike on moving a vehicle in a busy street, and the car was then attacked, and one of the victims has been identified as the Abu Bakir al-Sadi, a senior commander in Kataib Hezbollah. So certainly the U.S. Central Commander has said that the attack happened at around 9:30 at the local time, which had killed the commander responsible for directly planning and participating in the attack. So the U.S. force in the region, and there are no indications of collateral damage or civilian casualties at that time. This is the statement which has come from the CENTCOM, and we can say that the raid comes days after the U.S. launched 85 strikes in the Iraq-Syria border area in a retaliation for fatal 28 January drone attack on American troops at base in Jordan.
Right, Group Captain UK Devnath also with us on the program. Group Captain Devnath, the conflict in Middle East, is it something concerning? Because as discussed in the past as well, what's happening between Israel and Palestine at this point in time, it was suspected that a natural extension of this conflict would consume a number of bordering countries as well, and it seems to be the case now.
Yes, Vineet, since 8th of October attack by Hamas on Israel, small skirmishes have increased, is the word, in Iraq, in Syria. Houthi rebels in Yemen also continue to attack ships in Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. This particular attack yesterday by US drone on Hezbollah leader in Baghdad is a continuation of a series of such attacks, not only now, but in last a decade. It goes without saying that USA maintains a very strong military presence in Iraq. About 2,500 troops, US specialist troops, are deployed in Iraq, and about 900 US special forces are deployed in Syria to keep a tab on local militias, on local Islamic groups, and remnants of ISIS or Al-Qaeda. These troops in Iraq, they also help the Baghdad government to remain in saddle. It must be understood that present Baghdad government is not very popular in Iraq, and they are kind of propped up financially, diplomatically, militarily by USA only. So Baghdad, the local government in Baghdad continues to be kind of hand in glove with the USA when it comes to providing support to these US intelligence agencies is concerned. Local population is very much against the US forces deployed in Iraq. Local population is not very happy with Baghdad government. So stability in Iraq remains a very, very precarious situation right now. Yes, Vineet?
Right, Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defense expert, also with us on the program to talk more about this. Ali, I hope you can hear me. Major Mohammad Ali Shah.
Yes, Vineet. Good morning.
Good morning, Ali. Well, the strikes in Baghdad confirm one thing, that, this space is still very volatile. The American support for Israel and the European Union support for Israel is not boding too well, in the Middle East, and more countries are becoming embroiled in this conflict.
Yes, Vineet, you are absolutely right. I'll take you back on 2nd January 2020 when the Chief of Army Staff of Iran, General Qasem Soleimani, was assassinated in Baghdad. That time also it was by an American drone strike in Baghdad again. So the very fact is Iran and America's relations, the whole world knows they just do not get along well at all. So the very fact is America continues to support Israel, and which is not liked by Iran. That's just too bad. But then one more thing over here I would like to mention is, see, we have also done a surgical strike, we've done an air strike in Pakistan, fair enough. Iran did that too in Pakistan, fair enough. America did that in Pakistan, fair enough. US is a superpower. So US can, they have that authority, I would call it unofficial authority, to enter anyone's soil and launch any attack anywhere. So US has done just that. And the very fact is that US has done this airstrike, this UAV strike, I would say this drone strike in Baghdad. In fact, the Hezbollah commander was killed in this as well. So the very fact is, it also shows the animosity, the kind of, they just don't get along, I would say this, Iran and America. So Iran conveyed a message by doing an airstrike on Pakistan that Pakistan might be a nuclear power, and they are no less. They will also, they can strike back, they can strike hard. But that was a subtle message to US as well, but US has now given out a louder and clearer message we need by doing the airstrike.
Right, Ali, appreciate you joining us. Right, well, like UK Devnath, the Group Captain UK Devnath also said that this is something which should worry the world. Group Captain Devnath, what can be India's role in, in placating these soaring tempers in the Middle East?
Vineet, India has got a very significant role. We have a potential to speak to all the prime ministers, presidents and kings in that region. Best thing is that India has maintained a kind of friendly relationship with all Arab countries. We also remain friendly with Israel and US diplomatic cadre. A lot of respect for India. Our Prime Minister also our Prime Minister is practically one-to-one with Netanyahu at Israel and Joe Biden at USA. Also, a large number of Indian people who work in these countries have built up a reputation for Indians being very hardworking, honest, dedicated and sincere, loyal towards the country where they are working. So we have definitely a very important role to play in Arab countries. Whereas stability in Arab countries is concerned, Prime Minister Modi has again and again spoken to various, rulers is the word in Arab countries, and has emphasized that law of the land in those countries must prevail. Israel is the only country where probably we are a little, Israel is the only country where they are a little out of sync with our way of thinking. Though in the initial stage of this attack after 8th October, India said that Israel has full right to, full right of self-defense. But subsequently, our diplomatic cadre has given hints to Israeli government that probably they have gone a bit too far in carrying out unhindered and sometimes bordering on some attacks are bordering on the fringe of being careless. As of today, 28,000 civilians have died because of Israeli bombing in Gaza. So probably Indian government does not support that kind of a uncontrolled use of regular military forces against civilians anywhere. Israel continues to tell India that they have to attack these hospitals, schools, and mosques because Hamas terrorists are hiding in these buildings and mosques. But that is a very, very thin and probably not a very strong way of defending their actions. But India still maintains strong relation with all the Arab countries, with Israel. I'm very sure that the moment the elections are over, Lok Sabha elections are over, Government of India will again indulge in kind of a heavy and friendly diplomacy with these Arab countries to ensure that West Asia, especially Palestine, remains stable and out of violence by Israeli IDF. Yes, Vineet?
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.